Good morning, everybody. So, I had a little boo-boo on Sunday. Yeah. I woke up Monday and my neck was all jacked up. It's definitely getting much better and I have more range of motion. But I'm going to try my best today to do what I can. But it might get a little loopy here in a little bit. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do some of our warm-ups. So let me get my timer going here. All right, so we are going to start with some knee grabs. Who's with me this morning? Hey, Andrea, how are you? All right, we're going to start with knee grabs and go. Ooh, I've got lots of popping and cracking going on this morning. Wow. So hope all you guys are surviving, doing well. My coffee hasn't really kicked in yet, so I have everything I can do to just walk back upstairs and go to bed this morning. All right, we're going to go into Frankenstein, so we're going to do opposite hand to opposite foot. I don't like not having music going because, man, I'm really hearing the age in my joints this morning. There's popping, snapping, cracking. So this morning, what we're going to be doing is we're going to start off with some legs. All right, now we're going to start doing some slow squats. We're going to do some legs. We're going to do a little bit of upper body. We're going to get some cardio in there. And then we're going to finish off. So start low. Start little tiny squats. And as your range of motion starts to build up, go a little bit lower. And as we get towards the end, we're going to go into some Tabatas. You're going to need grab a set of lighter weights and heavier weights if you have them. Also, when we started, okay, so the next one we're just going to do little hip circles. And as we start doing that, I'll go grab my bands. So you can do your hip circles. So keep going with those. If you have a fitness loop, go ahead and grab that. If you have sliders, go ahead and grab those. Also, if you are on hardwood surface, you can use washcloths for some of the exercises. Or if you don't have them, that's totally fine. All right, we're going to go back into those squats, but this time we're going to have our feet in a V. I'm starting to get warm here now. So these first exercises, it's not about going fast. It's about just getting everything nice and warmed up in the lower body. And after we finish with these, we're going to do a couple of arm warm-ups, especially for me because, again, my neck's a little janky. All right, so the next one we're going to do arm circles. So we're going to go forward and around and back. Oof, I'm getting warm. Can't wait to take the sweatshirt off. Not so cold anymore. So again, these aren't all going super fast. This is nice and slow. Just getting everything nice and warmed up and opened. As you come back, kind of lean your chest forward a little bit. That's going to help open up that chest. All right, now we're going to go the opposite direction. So this time we went forward, now we're going to go backwards. So, like we did when we went forward, when we go backward, try and open up your back. So as you come forward, kind of just slump over a little bit with those shoulders to get that rotation in there. Who else just popped on this morning? Hey, Michelle, how are you? Some nice big circles. We're going to do one more of those. So we're going to do 2 forward and 2 back. Just want to loosen up that neck just a little bit more this morning. So So we're gonna do 2 forward, and then now we're gonna do 2 back. So 2 forward, and 2 back. 2 forward, and 2 back. And this is not for you. I'm saying this to myself so I remember, because if I don't say 2 and 2, I'm gonna end up messing it up. All right, so now we're just gonna get into the workout. So if you have some dumbbells, while I'm taking my shirt off here, grab them. If you have your fitness loop, grab that. If you have washcloths and you're on hard surface, grab those, or if you have your fitness sliders, grab those. So I'm gonna throw this off to the side. I'm gonna go grab my weights. And a quick drink. And we're gonna get started here. Okay, first exercise. Again, this is kind of a little bit of the warm up. I'm gonna set my timer to 30 seconds work, and then there's gonna be 10-second break in between. I'm gonna just slightly move my camera here. Whoop! Oh goodness, why did I do that? Ah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna start with just regular old squats and go. So when you're doing your squats, again, like we did at the very top with our warm up, if you're still a little rusty this morning and not everything's moving and flowing the way you want it to, start low and shallow. Start shallow and then start working your way lower with these squats. Get everything nice and warmed up. When you're doing your squats, make sure you're doing them with intention. You're not just going through the motion. You're squeezing your glutes. You're squeezing your quads. All right, there's our rest. Now we're gonna go into side to side squats. I'm gonna back up a little bit so I stay in frame. So squat together, squat together. Again, move with intention. Don't just go all willy-nilly and doing whatever it is that you want. Make sure you're keeping that chest up high. When you're squatting down, you're feeling the glutes working, you're feeling those quads working. And you're pushing your butt back, almost like you're gonna sit in a chair, and then you're like, nope, never mind. All right, we're going back into just those regular squats. So the way this workout works, as a mouthful, is we're gonna do 2 exercises, and then we're gonna do them twice. Then we move on to 2 more exercises, we do those twice. We go through that 5 times for a total of 20 different exercises. So now you should start getting a little bit more mobility in those hips, in the ankles. All right, we're gonna go to the side to sides. Heart rate should be coming up just a smidge. Or a lot, who knows? My coffee's finally starting to kick in, so I don't know about you guys, when my coffee kicks in, I start to get really hot and sweaty, and then I'm like, woo! So I don't know if it's my workout or it's my coffee. Okay, for the next one, just start preparing. We're gonna grab a weight. 1 weight. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna squat down, up over the head. Squatting, up over the head. Whatever you wanna do with this arm over here is totally fine. Bringing it out here like this to help you balance a little bit, that's fine. Right here, if you wanna do jazz hands, whatever, as long as you're making sure you're doing that work over here on this side. And this one, again, it's not about speed. It's always about your form. If your form is crap and you're going as fast as you can to get your heart rate up, now we're gonna switch to the other side. Not sure how this is gonna go. This is my Owie side. and your form is crap, you're gonna end up hurting yourself, or you're not really going to get the benefit. Oh, hey, it doesn't feel too bad of the workout. You're squatting down towards the floor with that weight, and then picking it up and going right back up over the head. All right, going back to that other side. So you'll notice when you do one side and then the other side, you always have one side that's a little bit stronger than the other, or maybe one side that you have a little bit more stability with than the other. That's totally normal. I like to call it the smart side and the dumb side. I'm starting to get a little nervous because my dogs are out this morning. Other side. And it's really quiet upstairs. Usually when it's really quiet, that means Gracie's into something. All right, last time on this side. So you'll also notice that as we're doing these exercises, they kind of build on each other. So we started with some relatively easier, lower impact exercises. But as we start going, we're going to build on them, make them a little bit harder, maybe a little bit more impact. All right, grab your 2 dumbbells. We're going to do a swing and overhead press. So feet wide, weights right here. We're going to swing up and press. Swing up and press. So you'll see I'm doing a little bit of a rotation here with the press at the top. That just feels a little bit better on my neck this morning. So follow along with that one if you want. So make sure when you're up here at the top and you're bringing the weights down, you're not flinging your hips way forward. All right, now we're going to go into little jump squats. Again, now we're starting to elevate everything. If you don't want to do the jump squats, just do regular squats. So again, even though we're jumping, we're not doing this as fast as we possibly can. These are controlled exercises that we're getting the most out of. So if you watch, I'm going low and exploding up, low, exploding up. That way I'm using a lot of muscles to do this work. All right, we're going back to that other one. And not just a ton of momentum flinging around all willy-nilly. All right, we're gonna do our swing and overhead press. Swing, press. So this is not like your standard kettlebell swing. This is more of a fitness swing. So from the side, make sure you're not leaning, because that's not going to feel good. You're keeping your chest high and tight. All right, we're going back to that jump squat. Who else just joined me? Hey, Amy. So again, low, explode. Everybody has their own way of doing jump squats, and I love to see how everybody does it. I bring my hands back. Some people reach up. I also had one girl who was a gymnast, and every time she would do a jump squat, she'd always, all right, grab those weights again. We are going to do a reverse lunge with a bicep curl. So the side that's going back, that's the side that's going to curl. So we're staying on one side. Again, nice, slow, and controlled. So the leg that's not moving, that's staying on the ground, that is the quad, or yeah, that's the quad and the glute that you should be feeling the work in. And then the arm that's moving with the weight, that is the arm that you should be feeling your bicep working. And if you're not sucking wind like I am right now, you need to come here and teach this class. Whoa. So something else, I'm gonna drop this weight so I can point. When you're doing this exercise, be very aware of what that foot that stays stable on the floor, what that foot's doing. It might be wobbling around a lot. Just be conscious of that because you want to really put the weight of your foot, all right, we're gonna go back to the other side. The weight of your foot in your heel and in your toes, so the weight is kind of evenly distributed. Oh yeah. Sorry, I couldn't remember which side I started on. So we are on round 4 right now of 5. Right, other side. Whew. Good morning. These 10-second breaks are a lifesaver. Ooh. There we go. Got a little pop right there in my ankle. All right, weights down. Make sure they are out of the way. All right, we're going into, we're gonna do some pop squats. So jumping out, together, out, together. If you don't wanna do these, step to the side, step to the side. All right, grab one of your dumbbells, preferably the heavier one. We are going to go into now a kettlebell swing. If you have a kettlebell, use that one. So feet a little bit wider, down and up. So this one, you're doing all the work from the hips. The hips are driving the weight forward, and it's almost like your arms are just along for the ride. So during the, all right, we're gonna go back to those pop squats. I'm grabbing my kettlebell so you can see what it looks like with the kettlebell. So again, if you don't want to do your pop squats, step to the side, step to the side. If you're starting to get a little thirsty, you need a break, don't worry, we have one exercise after this one, and then we get our break. All right, I'm grabbing my kettlebell, grab your weight, we're gonna do those swings. So feet a little bit wider apart, high and tight in the shoulders. So you notice, again, my hands and arms are just along for the ride. It's my hips and my glutes that are driving the weight forward. All right, weight down. Grab some water. so if your legs are a little tight, go ahead and just shake it out, because now we're gonna go into our Tabatas. So Tabatas, for anybody who has never done them before, a Tabata is 4 minutes of fun. We're gonna work as hard as we can for 20 seconds, have a 10-second rest, and we repeat that cycle for 8 times. Doesn't matter what exercises you're doing, how many times you do the exercise, you can do the same exercise all 8 rounds. As long as you're doing 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, for a total of 8 cycles, 4 minutes, there's your Tabata. All right, so I'm gonna switch my timer up because we were doing 30 10s. Now we're gonna go to 20-10. All right, so if you have your fitness sliders, now is the time you wanna grab them. If you have your washcloths and you're on a hard surface, now's the time you wanna grab them. If you do not have them, that's fine. I'm gonna show you modifications for exercises that are not using the slider. So I'm gonna move my weights out of the way here. All right, so with your sliders or your washcloths, whatever you are using, make sure when you're placing them on your feet or on the floor, when you put your feet on top of them, you only put your feet halfway on them, because, let's see if you can see here, when I come down, my feet are gonna slide a little bit on them, and I want my feet to stay on the sliders the entire time. Okay, so first exercise we're gonna do, mountain climbers. So mountain climbers on here look just like regular mountain climbers, except the feet don't pick up. So we're gonna start with that one. You can do regular mountain climbers if you want. If you don't want to do mountain climbers, squats. Here we go. And if you just took a big gulp of water like I did, now it's sloshing around in your stomach. Oh, gross. All right, quick rest. We're gonna do those one more time. Get ready, and go. So this is exercise number 2 of 8. All right, now we're gonna do burpees on these. Burpees, what? All right, so you're gonna keep your feet on the sliders. Follow me with this. You can do regular burpees if you would like, or I'll show you modification. So you're gonna step back with them and back up. That's the one for your slider. Without the slider, step back, step forward. If you wanna do your real on burpees, there you go. All right, doing those again. So make sure when you're doing the burpees that when you're bringing your legs back, you're not allowing your hips to drop towards the floor. That puts a lot of extra stress on your spine, and it's no bueno. All right, now we're gonna go back to those mountain climbers. And rest. If your wrists bother you when you do these, you can always put a set of dumbbells down, and that'll keep your wrists a little bit straighter. I'll show you next time with the burpees. Because yes, we're doing those again. I'm gonna grab those dumbbells to show you. So if you grab, we're going back to those burpees. If you grab dumbbells, make sure you grab ones that aren't gonna roll around on you, These are square dumbbells, so they're gonna stay still when I have put my hands on them. I hope you didn't think I was gonna make you pick up your dumbbells. All right, we're gonna go into those one more time. This is our last exercise in that first Tabata. Grab some water if you need it. So, I'm going to reiterate, grab water first, that when you are doing your Tabatas, I said you're supposed to work as hard as you can. Working as hard as you can does not mean you're going as fast as you can and you're doing it sloppy. Not the point. The point is that you're putting a lot of energy into the work that you are doing. Fast, yeah, it's gonna get your heart rate up, but you're not gonna be using the muscles that you wanna be using effectively, and you're also putting your joints at risk if you're doing it sloppily. Is that even a word? Well, at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's a word to me. All right, enough with the gap because you can tell I'm delaying. So, next Tabata that we're gonna do, if you have a kettlebell, grab that, or if you have one a little bit heavier weight, don't go super heavy, we're gonna use that. So I'm gonna show what it's gonna look like with the kettlebell, but you can also use a dumbbell for any of these. All right, so first exercise we're gonna do is we're gonna do that kettlebell swing that we did just a couple minutes ago. Okay, so again, not speedy, we're going for good form and moving with a lot of energy through it. 20 seconds, here we go. So again, a lot of energy. I'm driving my hips forward, using my glutes. If you don't feel your butt working with this one, you really gotta put your mind to work in your butt muscle and concentrate on squeezing the butt when you get to the top. All right, weight down. A little rest, we're gonna do that one more time. Now with the kettlebell, if you're using a kettlebell, you wanna make sure, if your hands are getting sweaty, that you're wiping them off on your pants or whatever between the exercises, because you don't want to accidentally let go of the weight. All right, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like with a dumbbell. The next one is called the goblet squat. So you're going to hold your dumbbell right here close to your chest, doesn't leave the chest. You're going to squat down and up, down and up. Now if you have two lighter weights, you can always hold the two lighter weights this way, but you want to keep that weight centered right at your collarbone level. Right, we're going to do that one more time. Again, hands are getting sweaty, wipe them off, especially if you're using that kettlebell. Down and up. All right, weight down, back to that kettlebell, or back to your weight. We're gonna do those swings again. But this time, watch my legs. We're gonna lift our legs out to the side when we come up. So, up, lift, up, lift. So when you're lifting to the side, you are working the butt muscle. You're not just lifting your leg. There's a reason for lifting that leg out to the side. Squeeze the legs. All right, weight down, hands off. Geez, Tara, you're a sweaty person. I know. Going back to that same exercise. All right, we're going back to that goblet squat. We're doing what's called a sumo march with this one. So we're going to pick the foot up just a little bit. So stay with me. Squat, lift, lift. So when you're lifting your foot, almost imagine like you're lifting, like you have a little string. This looks really stupid. So it's like you have gum on the bottom of your shoe, and when you're trying to pick up your foot, the gum is slapping your foot right back down. One more time. So you're going to stay nice and low with this exercise. If you feel this in your low back, drop the weight off to the side, now on your foot, and right here like this. You should feel this one right here in your quads and in the butt. All right, grab some water. We are so close to being done. Whew. I'll be right back. Sorry, allergy season is not being good to me right now, and my nose was getting ready to like drip all over myself, and nobody needs to see that. All right, so remember I talked about the fitness loops. Now we're gonna bring those out. If you don't have them, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. So, I'm gonna take my fitness loop, and I'm gonna put it around my ankles. Again, if you don't have it, that's fine. This is just for everybody who does have them. Here's an option for you. So make sure your weights, again, are out of the way. All right, so now we're gonna do some exercise with the fitness loop. Pointer with a fitness loop. When we have our our 10-second rest period, do not stand here like this. Bring your feet together to let the blood kind of rush out of the legs a little bit, because if you stand here like this, your legs are really going to be fatigued by the end of this 4 minutes. All right, so first exercise we're gonna be doing is we're gonna do jump squats. If you don't wanna do jump squats, regular squats. Ready? Put some tension on that loop and go. So if you have the fitness loop on, make sure you're paying attention to your feet. When you bring the feet, when you jump up, that you're not letting the feet slap back together. You're keeping tension on the entire time. All right, feet together. Next one, we're going back to pop squats. If you don't want to do your pop squats, feet out, feet in with your squat. So jumping out and in. So when you have the fitness loop on, again, you really want to pay attention to what is happening in your lower body, because if you're not focused on your feet and your ankles and what's happening down there, you can step wrong with the fitness loop. Okay, feet together. Now, we're gonna do little scissor jumps. This is gonna feel weird if you have a band on. So what you're gonna do is feet are gonna go so forward like this. It's like a fast feet shuffle. So this is happening to me, so I'm gonna bring it up to you. You might notice during this one, the band starts to move up towards your knees. That's fine, we're just gonna adjust it. So get it back down around those ankles. So last one we're gonna do, jumping jacks. And go. Just checking the time. All right, we're gonna go back to those jump squats. If you don't want to jump squat, regular squats. So for those of you who are up doing this workout with me this morning, thank you. Because honestly, if you guys wouldn't have logged on here, I don't think I would have really given this workout my all. Because I wasn't feeling it this morning. All right, we're gonna go back to those pop squats. All right, so pop squats, if you don't want to do the pop squats, right here like this. I kind of feel like we're all in that lull right now, where either we're still going strong, we got this, or we're in that lull of like, when is this crap gonna be over with? I'm done. All right, we're going back to those little scissor jumps. I can't wait for this crap to be over with. I've had enough. I miss my clients. I miss normal life. Does that sound a little bad? Probably, but guess what? It's how I feel. All right, last time we're gonna do jumping jacks. If your band moved around on you, slip her down. All right, for our last Tabata. Are you ready for this, guys? Grab some water. Take that fitness loop off. Have a quick drink. Woof. So, for anybody who's doing this workout, I'm going to add one extra Tabata if you want to do this one with me. We're going to do it on a piece of equipment. Not this one right now. I'm going to add on one after this. So if you want to stick with me and you have a piece of equipment like a treadmill, a bike, an elliptical, whatever, we're going to do that on there. Or if you want to stick with and do your own Tabata, I'll give you some options. All right, our last Tabata we're going to do here, we're going to do with weights. All right, so grab your lighter pairs of dumbbells because this one's going to add up. All right, so my shoulder's starting to feel pretty good, but I'm still going to play it conservatively. All right, so our first exercise that we're going to do is we're going to do a squat press. So with your squat press, your weights are going to be right here. You're going to squat down, and when you stand up, you're going to press up over your head. The important thing, do not lean like this when you press over the head. Do not do that. Keep the back nice and tight. Weights come up. When the weights come up, they come at just a tiny bit of an angle so you can still see the weights out of your peripheral vision when you bring them up over your head. If you're back here, you're just putting way too much stress on the shoulders. All right, Tara Lynn, that was enough talking. Gotta move this guy here to the center because I want both arms working. Here we go. Last one. Go. All right, one weight down, keep one weight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lunge back and stand up and press up over the head. So lunge back, press up over the head. If you wanna make this one a little bit harder, balance on your foot. Balance on your foot. All right, other side. So the leg that goes back, that's the hand you have the weight in. This arm over here, out for balance if you need it. All right, both weights. Stick with me on this one. We're going to jump and we're going to do a pop squat. So watch here. Jump down, together, weights up over the head. Jump down, together, weights up over the head. All right, we're starting from the beginning. Squat and overhead press. So if your shoulders are starting to get a little tired, what you can do is always drop that one weight. Tara, I shouldn't be doing that. And pressing up over your head like this. So what you just saw me do not do that in a gym. Do not do that in your home. I know better. We're going back to that lunge with the overhead press. I'm kind of ashamed I just did that. Shame on me. I know better. Because it actually, the last time I did that, it came back and bit me in the foot. And then I couldn't be mad at anybody but myself because I knew better. All right, other side. So like I said, I'm adding one onto this. So if you're at home, and we're gonna do that pop squat one more time. Pick up the weight nicely, and when you put it down nicely. If you have a piece of equipment at home, we're gonna hop on that guy. If you don't, you can stick with me. I'm gonna give you some options to do while I'm doing that Tabata. Just want to throw something in there for you guys at home who maybe are like, I'm sick of just pedaling on my bike, doing what I'm doing. I want to give you another option of something fun you can do. All right, gently. All right, there was our last Tabata. So if you're done right now, go ahead, grab some water, start stretching out. If you want to stick around with me for this last Tabata that we're going to do on the machine, here we go. Go ahead, start getting yourself prepared. I'm going to grab my water, I'm going to shift. I think I'm going to do mine on my elliptical. I haven't done it in a while, so we're going to do that. Okay, so if you guys are ready, I'm going to shift my stuff here. Let's see. Yep, you'll be able to see me. Actually, we'll go like that. There we go. So this is my octane, and I have to get it set up and doing its thing here for a minute, and then we'll get into it. So, if you guys are ready on your machine, just give me a second here. All right, if you are sticking with me with this last one, and you are not gonna do a machine, get ready. Right. So if you're not on a machine, jumping jacks and go. If you're on a machine, I want you going up a little bit harder. If you want to increase the weight, or I'm sorry, the resistance, go for it. If you're on a bike, pedal faster. If you're on your treadmill, run or walk a little faster. And rest. All right, if you are on the floor, we're going into those jumping jacks one more time. And go. And rest. All right, if you're on the floor, squats or jump squats. So on my elliptical, during the hard part, I get into a little bit of a squat and pedal faster and rest. Again, if you're on the floor, we're going back to those squats or jump squats. Woo! And go. And rest. All right, if you're on the floor, 2 new exercises. Start with push-ups from your knees or from your toes, and go. Again, if you're on the floor doing your push-ups, not about how fast you can go. You want to last this entire 20 seconds. So push hard. You might have to take a little break, but don't go fast. And rest. All right, on the floor, we got those push-ups one more time. Then we're going into your last exercise. Grouping. You still have 2 to go. And rest. All right, you guys on the floor, I want you doing a plank. So on the knees, on the toes, on the hands, or on the elbows. Go. If you're in that plank, make sure you got your butt down, abs nice and tight. Don't hold your breath, and your head is facing the floor. Don't look up. You want a nice neutral spine. Rest. All right, kids, we're going into our very last exercise. Guys on the floor, got those planks one more time. Ready, go. Don't just stop. Let your legs kind of get back under you. All right, we're gonna go into a little bit of a stretch. Actually, I'll go this way. You guys can see the holy mess I'm working with here. All right, I'm gonna shift this guy down just a little. All right, so you can see I got all my equipment back there. Oh, wow, my roots are bad. I wasn't expecting to see that this morning. All right, let's start stretching out. So that back there is all my equipment from, catch my breath. All my equipment from the boot camp that I do at the gym. And so Monday, I finally got all my equipment back. And so I cleaned it, I sanitized it all, and I kind of don't want to put it away yet because I want to have a little bit of a hope that the kids will be, I'm sorry parents, plug your ears if you're listening, that the kids will still be going, well actually no, you guys want this. What am I talking about? See, I don't have kids, so it's beyond me. I'm still hoping the kids are going to go back to school so I can take this stuff back to the school and have a couple more boot camps there, but yeah, we'll just say that. All right, another side. So if this is your first time taking class with me, woohoo for you, because this one's not an easy one. This is a hard one. If this is your first time and you have any questions about what we did, why we do it, shoot me a message. I'll answer you. And also after this, so right after this, I'm going live again, and I'm going to be recording, and this is something I should have done a while ago. one arm over the other. What to have when you're doing my boot camp. So I'm going to give you guys kind of a rundown of all of the equipment that I use. You don't necessarily have to have it. Other side. And how to use it and where to buy it if you want to buy it. All of my boot camps that I do, you can do without any equipment. I am always giving options for you if you don't have equipment, or if you're a beginner and you want to take it down a notch, or if you're an advanced exerciser and you really want to kick it up a notch. So those are some options for you. We're gonna roll over to the back. All right, one leg's gonna cross over the other, and you're gonna pull in. Keep that head down on the floor. So again, if you're a newbie, I highly recommend watching that. I'll probably pin it to the top of my page just so it's easy to find. And at any time, if you ever want to do other side, different exercises on my Fitness to Go private page that you're on right now. I have some exercises and workouts that I've done. I slacked a little bit this week because of the neck issue thing. And last week I took the week completely off. I have a hair in my mouth. I do that every year right around Easter, just for like a reset. But the week previous to that, I did a workout every single day on this, this page. All right, we're gonna stand up for the last couple. So I'm gonna, well, maybe I don't need to. No, because I'm gonna bend over. All right, so keep, yes. Sorry, I don't wanna give you guys a crotch shot. That's kind of weird. All right, so reaching down towards the floor, hips back. And then our last one, if you need to grab onto something, go ahead and do that, because we're going to stretch out the quads. So as you get your stretch here, you kind of get your balance, bring that knee in towards your other knee. That'll help you get a little bit deeper into the quad. And we're going to switch over to the other side. Get your balance. And stretch. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And if you are, if you have any questions about what we did, why we did it, or anything regarding the workout, shoot me a text or message me, or come over and stand outside and we can have a chat through the window, I guess. Whatever. Have a great day. Bye.